Hi everyone! In today's tutorial, we are going to learn about filter functions in Python. If I have to summarize filter in one single sentence, then it would be that it is used with iterator objects like lists or tuples so that we can apply a user-defined function which will help us in filtering them. And with the help of Python code, we'll be learning three things. That is, what exactly are filter functions and how to use them. How to use them with Lambda expressions, as well as a special case scenario where instead of a UDF, we'll be passing none to a filter function, and then we'll see what's the result. If you would like to revisit what are Lambda expressions or what are map functions, then the link of the videos can be found in the description below. So feel free to refer to them. Now it's time to move to our Python code. So let's go! Let's understand filter function with the help of an example. Suppose here we have a list of salaries, and now we want to filter out the salaries only when they are more than 3500. So that is, we only want two elements, that is 4000 and 7653. So for which I have this user defined function which is called my function. It takes the value x, which will be every single element of salary, and it will return a true and false depending upon what the value is. If the value is less than 3500, it will return a false, otherwise it will return a true. So let's firstly see that what happens when I apply a map function to this. So if I write list map my function, and if I write our list salary over here, we can see it has mapped each and every single element of this salary list to true and false, because the first element and fourth element over here was more than 3500. That's why we have true over here. However, the remaining elements, since they were lesser than 35, that's why we got a false. Now, instead of this map, if we apply a filter function, so the syntax is same as map, that is apply filter, your user defined function or Lambda expression, and then your iterator object. It can be a list, a tuple or a set. So over here, when we apply this thing, see, map function was returning all the true and false values. However, when we applied a filter function, it is returning only those specific elements from the list wherever it was mapped as true, that is only these two elements. Similarly, instead of a user defined function, we can also use a Lambda expression over here. Let's understand the result. I'll write list filter and I'll write my Lambda expression as lambda x and is x greater than 3500. So if x is more than 3500, it will automatically return true, otherwise false. Then I will write comma and our list function, which is salary. And now if we return the output, see, it is returning the same output. And we can verify the result using a map function. So when we apply a map function, we can see that for each and every single element we had true and false. But for salary, whenever it was true, only those elements were returned by a filter function. You know, there is a special case in filter function where we can actually skip our user defined function or Lambda expression and instead write none. But what does this none do? So let's understand with the help of an example. Here we have our list which contain a negative number, some positive number, some zeros, some alphabets, as well as boolean values like true and false. Now, whenever we pass none in the filter expression, let's write it down, list bracket filter bracket none. So this none is a reserved keyword. And now when we pass our my list, notice as an output, it will remove all the zeros and the falses. So see, it has kept the negative number, it has kept the positive number, but it has removed the zeros from here. And similarly, it has kept all the text variables. And among the boolean, it has kept only true. It has removed the false. So adding none to filter function removes all the zeros as well as false booleans. That was all about filter function in Python. Do let us know in the comment below how did you find this. Until then, see you soon.